Uprooted Theatrical Studios presents Cockney Accent Tips and Tricks. The sound placement is found more in the back of the throat. Drop the letters T, N, and K from the middle of words. For example, blackboard becomes blackboard. Your TH also becomes an F sound in the middle of words. For example, mother becomes muffer. Here's our Cockney accent participant, our very own Rachel.
Hey guys, I'm Rachel, and I'm going to be attempting the Cockney accent. Here we go. When sunlight strikes raindrops in the atmosphere, they act like a prism and form a rainbow. The rainbow is the division of white light into various beautiful colours. These take the shape of a long round arch with its path towering above, and its true extremities apparently beyond the horizon. There is, according to legend, a boiling pot of gold at the end. People look, but no human ever finds it. When a man looks for something beyond its reach, his friends say he's looking for a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Throughout the centuries, people have explained the rainbow in various ways. Nations have accepted it as a miracle without physical explanation.
Standard British, or RP, tips and tricks. The sound placement is in the middle of the mouth. The rule is that the R is dropped before the consonant or when in a terminal position, like in the words before and short. The letter O is elongated like in words go, toad, and over. Here are our RP participants, Brian, Brianna, and Matthew.
Hi, my name is Brian Kurtoska, and I will be doing a monologue in British from the play A Question of Sex by Arnold Bennett. Strain. If you knew the strain I've been bearing for months past, haven't you noticed the dark rings under my eyes, the unnatural brightness of my orbs, the hectic flush on my cheeks, the bald spot on the back of my head? Strain! Oh, my dear sister, I have a secret and terrible woe, a woe which, with courage worthy of an Englishman and a parent, I have shared with none. May I am undone. I feared it. I have feared it for many weeks. Listen, 5 or 6 months ago, Uncle Francis said if it was a son, he would settle £10,000 upon it. And if a daughter, well, he coldly declined to consider the possibility of such a thing. You know the special brand of ass he is sometimes, and I said nothing to anybody, not even to my wife. For I felt that it would worry her. Imagine my condition of mind, my agonizing suspense. Do you wonder that I have been wakeful, night after night? Do you wonder that from pure weariness and fatigue, I should fall asleep on this very afternoon of my undoing? Oh, May, to be a father is not so simple and pleasing as the superficial observer might fancy.
If music be the food of love, play on, give me excess of it, that's surfeiting. The appetite may sicken and so die. That strain again, it had a dying fall. Oh, it came o'er my ear like the sweet sound that breathes upon a bank of violets, stealing and giving odour. Enough, no more. 'Tis not so sweet now as it was before. Oh, spirit of love, how quick and fresh art thou, that notwithstanding thy capacity, receiveth as the sea, naught enters there of what validity and pitch soul, but falls into abatement and low price, even in a minute, so full of shapes is fancy that it alone is high fantastical.
Well, to speak with perfect candour, Cecily, I wish that you were fully 42 and more than usually plain for your age. Ernest has a strong, upright nature. He is the soul of truth and honour. Disloyalty would be as impossible to him as deception. But even men of the noblest possible moral character are extremely susceptible to the influence of the physical charms of others. Modern, not less than ancient history supplies us with many most painful examples of what I refer to. If it were not so, indeed, history would be quite unreadable.
Australian accent tips and tricks. The placement of the sound is in the back of the throat. You're going to want to cut the T at the end of words and drop the R sound from the end of words and replace it with ah. Here is our Australian accent participant, Justin.
Hey guys, I'm going to be doing a monologue from Taken in my best Australian accent. Listen, I don't have money, but what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills that I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. I won't look for you. I won't pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you. Thanks.
French tips and tricks. The placement of the sound is more in the front of the mouth and sound should be more forward. The guttural R sound is key. When you say the R sound, the tongue should move to the back of the throat to vibrate your uvula. Replace TH sound with a Z sound. Example, these should become these. The H is always silent. Example, hot should become hot. Here are our French participants, Megan and our very own Madison.
When the sunlight strikes raindrops in the atmosphere, they act like a prism and form a rainbow. The rainbow is a division of white light into various beautiful colors. These take the shape of a long round arch, with its path towering above and its two extremities apparently beyond the horizon. There is, according to legend, a boiling pot of gold at the one end. People look, but no human ever finds it. When a man looks for something beyond his reach, his friends say he is looking for the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Merci beaucoup.
When the sunlight strikes raindrops in the atmosphere, they act like a prism and form a rainbow. The rainbow is a division of white light into various beautiful colors. These take the shape of a long round arch with its path towering above and its two extremities apparently above the horizon. There is, according to legend, a boiling pot of gold at the one end. People look, but no human ever finds it. When a man looks for something beyond his reach, his friends say he is looking for the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Throughout the centuries, people have explained the rainbow in various ways. Nations have accepted it as a miracle without physical explanation.
Irish accent tips and tricks. The sound placement is in the front of the mouth. It is almost like the sound is coming out from your teeth. You're going to want to soften the vowels. For example, Americans say the letter A as A, but the Irish pronunciation is ah or aw. You're also going to want to drop the G. For example, words like morning become mornin'. Here's our Irish accent participant, Allie.
Good morning. I'm going to be practicing the Saturday challenge in an Irish dialect. So, when sunlight strikes raindrops in the atmosphere, they act like a prism and form a rainbow. The rainbow is a division of white light into various beautiful colours. They take the shape of a long, round arch with its path towering above and its two extremities apparently beyond the horizon. There is, according to legend, a boiling pot of gold at one end. People look, but no human ever finds it. When a man looks for something beyond his reach, his friends say he's looking for a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Throughout centuries, people have explained the rainbow in various ways. Nations have accepted it as a miracle without physical explanation.
Scott's tips and tricks. The sound placement is very much in the back of the throat. The Scots employed the glottal stop, which means the plosive consonant formed by bringing the vocal cords together so that when they are separated, the air from the lungs escapes suddenly, causing audible plosion. Think of words like better become better. Replace O with an O sound, like words not become no. Here is our Scottish participant, Peter.
Scottish. When sunlight strikes raindrops in the atmosphere, they act like a prism and turn into a rainbow. A rainbow is a division of white light into various beautiful colours. These shape and form a long round arch, its path towering far above, and its two extremities apparently beyond the horizon. Legend has it that there's a boiling pot of gold at one of the ends. People have looked for it for years, but no one finds it. If a man's looking for something beyond his reach, his friends will say he's looking for a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. But being his friends, they'll probably watch him run around until he passes out. Anyhow, there have been for centuries many different ways of explaining rainbows. Nations have accepted it as a miracle with no physical explanation.